So we get underway after a long goodbye. This is the final curtain for James Hird and Kevin Sheedy, but for the West Coast there was a chance to grab second spot on the AFL ladder heading into the finals. A tie-up and no one really going anywhere. The umpire might have to sort this out with a ball up. Barely a spare seat in the house. Cox, a short throw in. Cousins tucked into the pocket. Not a bad kick off the boot. Unbelievable start. Is there anything Ben Cousins can't do? No short options, and the kick half smothered to half forward. Jones tries to trap it. Hird slapped it away. Kick around the body is good from Nikoski. Back into the team. Third game for the year. Free kick. A play on advantage, and Chick kicks the second. Games the first time, and then 47 with Melbourne. Jones, Rowan, Cox. He could go all the way. He sizes them up, runs to 49 and says anybody can do it. I can do it too.
Well, they start chopping up the footy. They're in some massive trouble.
Rowan Jones looks up. It's got LeCras coming for him long in his direction. Good punch. McVeigh had a little bit of jumper. Picked up off hands though by Jones.
She's always good play from Jones.
And the mark's been taken by Staker in the pocket.
Well, he had a great debut for West Coast and very highly rated at the Eagles. Gone back to Claremont and had a fantastic season all round. But just the way Gerard hit that front of the square, distinctive to the top of the square. And you got forwards playing in front. That's what Essendon haven't got at the minute. West Coast has got a number of options there. But I like the work LeCras doing as well. He's not only there to kick goals and be a crummer, but he does a lot of bullocking work and he gets quite physical.
Staker, who's kicked 18-13 this year, make that 19-13. They can do no wrong. Echo, and they're seeing the majority of them exactly what they wanted to see. Peveril from 50, centering kick. Nagel, can he pounce? Got a little nudge in the back. He might go regardless. Unselfishly to Winderlich. Hallelujah. The Bombers are on the board. His career. James Hird sends it to half forward. Lloyd couldn't trap it. Monfrey's into the back of Glass, no free. Lloyd ducks into trouble. This time to Nagel, left foot kick, and he's got his first. He's given one away, and he's got his own. His first in AFL footy. Big start for the Bombers though. Stengline, Hunter, and now a difficult kick to grab, but he's made it look okay. Chad Jones back to Rowan Jones. And they'll do well to keep up with the Joneses this afternoon, the Bombers.
Oh, you mentioned big bodies there for one to be able to push up the ground to the wing, Jacko.
Yeah, I like this setup that they've got. They've just got taller options and they get the ball in quick like they will here with Hird. Gives them every chance because they're very good, clever players.
Hird long and Lucas gets a free on 50 within his range.
Well, this is what you need to do, Gerard. You need to put the, element of doubt in your direct opponent's mind with big bodies. Yeah. They have to put their arms around them. They've got to try and negate you. And by doing so, they're going to give a free kick away.
Well, when these two teams met in round 11, I mentioned it was Essendon that won by a point, but the West Coast Eagles kicked 5 goals to 1 in the opening term of that game. Hird ended up with 32 possessions. Lucas ended up with 5 goals. And the Bombers got home. Long kick. He's back up forward, Lucas. And he kicks the opener of the second term. Chip kick. Lucas. 55 from goal. But maybe close enough. Looks up and hits McVeigh inside 50.
Well, good response by the Bombers. They've continued to attack. Would you consider having a Mark Bolton run with Cox, Jacko, after the bounce is done, and just play the tall ruck rover on him?
A good ploy, Gerard. You need someone just to run and try and break even with him. Very hard to try and dominate and beat Ben Cox in such form that he's in at the minute. But you've got to limit, curtail his influence.
To bring the margin back to 4 points, and he's slotted it. Little 1-2, didn't work. Critters cut it off. Now Lynch, long to full forward, long and high. Down there is Jones. Oh, didn't he read it well? Morton.
Well, Mel Michael found his man. It was Quentin Lynch. He came off the wing. and he just lost him in traffic to a degree, but the power of that man's kick just puts pressure on any defence.
And Mitch Morton kicks his 7th of the season. Runs the wing, no one comes at him. Bolton now does. The handball just behind Brett Jones. Had to go back and get it, but still able to run clear with ease. Sends it inside 50, and Lacroix takes the mark. 35 out.
I was just going to mention, Jared, Lacroix only had the one handball, one disposal, and he's been out of the game. But he's a type of player similar to Lucas, where he only needs 3 or 4 opportunities. He can hurt you, and he'll certainly look forward to trying to finish this good work off and get himself into the game.
Yeah, there was an almost tackle on Jones, but he's just got that great pace to get away that once again he emphasises the value he's been to this club. Kick.
So Lacroix slots it. 32nd goal of the season for Mark Lacroix. Braun, Fletcher, Bird. In the crowd amazed at this contest at the moment. This doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Braun, Stenglein, Lynch, size them up, give them something to cheer. As an AFL coach, Rowan Jones to Braun. It's about second spot on the ladder for the West Coast this afternoon. Rowan Jones sends it long inside 50.
Oh, he lost him.
Bit too easy, isn't it? Yeah. So Morton will line up to the top of the square. Plays on, and that is too easy. It's arrogance, but if you're allowed to do it, why not do it? Nikoski dragged down after he kicked it. Free kick downfield.
Geez, it'd be a big addition if they can get Nikoski up and running coming into finals footy.
Chad Jones inside 50, and Lacroix takes the mark and gets a little bit of treatment after.
Well, warning signs here for Essendon, because West Coast, a couple of their small players in Lacroix and Mitch Morton are starting to find the footy.
On Thursday, Mark Lacroix picked 37 back in 2004, as we said. And he's really starting to grow. Already kicked one in this term. And the job getting tougher now for the Bombers to send Sheedy and Hurd out in style. For the West Coast Eagles. To half forward, Rowan Jones. Lacroix. Couple of options long, sends it to the goal square. Cox is down there with Fletcher. Knocked it down front and square. Hurd tries to rush it behind. Doesn't get there. Rowan Jones kicks the goal. On the SANFL. And he is a good pickup for the West Coast. Shannon Hearn really added something, some spice to their lineup. Rosa from 50. He might go the whole journey. Goes to full forward. Easy as you like. Seaby kicks the goal. Cousins is down hurt. I think he might have stepped on it. And the umpire finds a free inside 2 minutes to half time. Pretty slow. Hasn't been a big goal kicker this year. So it's 4 goals for the season. One of them already today. And he's nailed it. To add some respectability to the scoreboard.
Direct teammate by hitting him on the target. Could have been in the forward line reassessing a shot on goal here.
High kick in the Cox and Hill direction. McPhee jumps and takes the mark. Front of the pack. Lloyd leads short in his direction. Got it. That's a better build-up from the Bombers.
There's a magnificent kick from Adam McPhee. You could see that Lloyd was doing a slight angle in his run, and he honoured the angle. He gave Lloyd's opponent no chance whatsoever to close him down.
Hasn't kicked one this afternoon, Matthew Lloyd, and he will win Essendon's goal kicking for the 10th time. It's 61 goals, 30 for the year. Of course, he's won the Coleman 3 times. Tosses the grass in the air. Crowd giving him some boos. He's gone back a long way. And with the left, brings it back and keeps the Bombers in with some sort of chance. It's pure. Rowan Jones. Can they finish it off with a mark and goal? They can. Seaby takes the mark and should slot it.
They had a lot of numbers in their forward line, Essendon, trying to put some pressure on the West Coast, but they didn't have enough numbers. There was one man got out of the loop, which created the overturn, and then they ran the ball through hands beautifully to a point where Seeby gets a chance to just extend that lead.
Has kicked 18 goals, 5 this year, Mark Seeby, so it's a fairly accurate rate. It's his home venue, knows where they are, and he's got his second.
He has received a bad corky. He said it with a bit of a smile on his face. So, look, I just got the standard answer, I feel, and but they're hoping he'll be out soon.
Lucas grabs it in the pocket. James Hird for a James Hird-like goal on cue.
Dominant.
Ben Cousins sends the Eagles inside 50. Chick got a hand on it, couldn't bring the mark down, but was held. And Daniel Chick, one of the heroes here, will line up from 40 metres directly out. In game 250, back
anywhere near the same run that we're used to seeing from Dustin Fletcher. He's been well down on possessions.
His second of the afternoon, Daniel Chick. And he slides it home and says, bring it on. Got Heffernan short, or Laycock leading from the square. Heads in the Laycock direction, gets it. Shoots it off to Heffernan. No one in the goal square, and goes for home and some sparkle. McPhee. And the umpire says he played on whilst over the boundary line. It'll be a ball in. Harsh.
They've got to revisit that rule.
Put that on the list, Glenn.
Yes,
they have to revisit.
Definitely.
Sting line takes it from the back, and with the left, puts it through. Had Cousins, slipped it inside 50 instead. McPhee could have taken possession. Rowan Jones Cousins, here we go. Put it in the book, surely. He's a gem. To Hird. And he sends it along the Lloyd direction.
Oh,
nice fly. Good mark, Matthew Lloyd.
One of the umpire thought about taking off him for the hand on the back.
Well, this is late round 22.
Yep. You just get a feeling that that rule is going to raise its head in the next 4 weeks somewhere along the line.
Did it raise its head on the plane?
No.
Right. Winderlick from 50.
Let's just hope it doesn't cost someone a finals game.
Keep them in with a sniff. Low trajectory drop punt is good. Winderlick's got 3. It's it out of the area. It might be coming back though. Braun couldn't grab it. Jones to Braun, quick to recover. Back towards Jones and Lacroix from 50. Back to Jones, sizes them up and nails it.
Cousins, Jayden Kirk doesn't try to do what he can't do out of his, what his ability allows him to do.
Laycock with the clearance, marked by Kepler Bradley.
Seems to be intrinsically involved in a lot of blockages for other people at stoppages, etc. He's been a great stalwart of this club.
You mentioned players that just can't seem to get a Brownlow vote in this team. 156 games, Rowan Jones, and only the 1 Brownlow vote his whole career, so he's been helping other players get them. Kepler Bradley, a goal to his name. Free kick to the West Coast to Cox, to Cousins. Took on Heffernan, didn't really win. Laycock, knocked down to Chick. Wirapunda, tucked into the pocket, centres it to the goal square. Fletcher from 4 deep, knocks it down. Mark not paid. Morton spins it around the body and sneaks through his 3rd.
Any coach that takes it, you'd want to have it on your own role and not have it. I guess a mentor coach, especially Mark Harvey. I think if Mark Harvey's to get the Fremantle job, he'd want to do it on his own.
Wirapunda got that delayed reaction slap on the arm free.
Torpedo from Moura. He's capable of dobbing this.
Was never going to be missed. From outside 50, looks like the drop punt, doesn't it?
Yep.
Goes with the percentage. Oh, that is beautiful. Brings tears to your eyes, skill like that. Peveril sends it long. Lucas has the drop and just dropping back with the flight. Anything could have happened. Could have been killed. Took the mark. Kick wasn't so good. Stanton lines up from the pocket and gets one on the rebound. Nice goal against the flow.
This is where West Coast.
Welsh, Peveril, love it. He's got a couple of options short. Stanton. Lucas leads back. It's in his direction and he's got it.
Well, there's some really good signs for Gumbleton, Jacko.
Yep.
He just looks a player. He's just not quite on the pace at the present time, but when his brain catches up with the tempo of this game and the body develops, he's going to be really...
5 with the left.
He's kicked it.
And he keeps them in with a slight chance of sending Hurd and Sheedy out.
They'll have a home preliminary final.
Yep, that's right.
Have a clean bill of health and give up that right.
Lloyd to Lucas. Might depend on who the injury is to, Gerard.
Always blind.
Lucas tucked into the pocket, but this is within his repertoire. To make it a 2-goal start to the final term for both Scott Lucas and the Bombers. And this would keep them in with a chance. Tough kick on the good side for a left footer. Gives it a long go.
Good shepherd.
It's there. 2 goals in 2 minutes to Scott Lucas. For the 1-2 again. Long kick. Lynch doesn't get the free for the hold. You thought it was there, Gerard?
Looked like it.
Gumbleton. Caught by Warapunda, dragged down. Crowd want ball, and they get it.
Well, like I said, the replay here, there's a number of bodies there where they did rake it in.
The 2 half frees made the free. David Warapunda. Put a bit of water on this Essendon fire. And he slots his 2nd goal of the afternoon.
Vision.
It's got David Hill who can run. Being shut down by Staker, but he gets the kick away. Lucas again.
Done that very well, Gerard. He protect the line of the ball. I mean, he had his opponent at bay. Just made it hard for Jones to fourth here.
Massive kick in the context of this game. Starts it right, brings it back. Sensational kick, given the circumstances. The Bombers not out of it. Seen those given plenty of times before. Lloyd keeps it alive. Lucas in the pocket for number 5. It's on the good side for a left footer. Crowd almost totally quiet at the moment. 125 to 92. From the pocket, nice off the boot. He likes it. He loves it. He's got 5, and the Bombers have a sniff. Rowan Jones, Welsh, good spoil. Knocked it down, Winderlich. Good shepherd. Hill needs someone to finish it. Hamill missed the target. Monfries pokes it towards Lloyd at full forward. Off hands. Lucas, can he get through? You bet he can. He's got 6. Hasn't got a lot of options long. He's only got the short. James Hurd. 55 from goal. Centering kick. Good kick. And Monfries takes the mark.
Oh, stopped the West Coast.
Well, he had the shot on 3/4 time and missed it.
Gerard, you said it. They've stopped.
It would be a fairy tale way to finish. And he can keep the fairy tale alive here from 40. He salutes.
With his hands.
Laycock against Cox. Keeps it in. Almost throw over his head. McVeigh, Lucas.
Man him up.
Oh, he plays on, around onto the left, like shelling peas from there. And they're still coming, the Bombers. Sets it wide. They're inspired at the moment. McPhee. Lucas again. Drops it.
Free kick.
Gets the free.
Get the free.
He'll line up for number 8.
West Coast have stopped there. They're in a lot of trouble here. Well, this is just unbelievable.
It is hard to understand what has happened in this game, but they are inspired, the Bombers. Lucas has 8, and the Bombers could steal the most unlikely victory of the year. He's got Lucas one-on-one inside 50. Lucas is on the move, grabs it. He's on the left. He got half a trip. And no free kick. He kicks it behind. Played it Braun, or played on. He plays on long. Lynch flies, so to Hunter. No mark. Jones, Fletcher. Hunter gets it back. Kick half smothered. Rolls through and might be gone on the line by Staker. He has. It's ticking away in the career of James Hird and Kevin Sheedy. And it's come down to that for 2 of the greats of AFL and VFL football. Kevin Sheedy, 886 games as a player and coach. James Hird, 253 games as a player. It's been a long goodbye for James Hird and Kevin Sheedy, but the final curtain has come down here at Subiaco. And the famous jacket wave, Kevin Sheedy has given this great game of AFL football so many things. Introduced more Indigenous players to the game than any other coach. Helped start the Anzac Day tradition of games between Essendon and Collingwood. And the jacket wave at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in 1993 against the West Coast Eagles is the way that it will finish here at Subiaco Oval today, for the man who not only coached 635 games for the Bombers over 27 seasons, but had 4 premierships with the Bombers to add to his 3 premierships as a player with the Tigers.